Hello everyone, welcome to the Sonic Lost World demo. It's the Wii U version, not the 3DS. And yeah, I've put music over it because you couldn't really hear any of the gameplay, well, not easily, and the show floor was very loud. But yeah, the game stunning. The controls took a little bit getting used to because it's very different. Very different. Sonic feels different. And I don't know, he didn't seem to kill things as easily when he was using the spin dash, and sometimes he didn't home onto everything perfectly, and obviously he doesn't move as fast, which is what I prefer, but it's still a really good game. I really enjoyed what I played, and it's very interesting. I mean, with the amount of places you can go, it's certainly going to be interesting to see, you know, just where all the red rings are. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that because, you know, it's just there's so many. It's a 3D world, but you still the same formula. You only technically need to run forward, but it's a whole new world to explore. It's completely 3D, sort of. I am a bit ill, so if I cough, I apologise. But yeah, I could have went that way. I decided to go this way just to see what was here. You know, like, you can go anywhere. You can literally do that. It's great. It's really interesting. And yeah, the game fascinates me. I don't. Oh, obviously, I couldn't figure out the mechanics perfectly because sometimes you stick to walls, sometimes you can jump off, and yeah. I get a wisp later on. It wasn't. It said just flick it where you want it to go on the gamepad. I did that and it went backwards. I flicked it forward, so that was a bit odd. But yeah, and I don't know what happened, but maybe I moved backwards, I'm not sure, but yeah, it seemed to go backwards rather than forwards, but obviously the game's still in development, things like that can happen, so I didn't really care, but seriously, the game is great, I love it. And also, another thing I found to be a problem, as you may be able to see here, I couldn't break the wisps open without spin dashing, which was a bit of a problem, but yeah, I was trying to figure out how you use it. I was just like, I was just saying, like, how do you do it? And you basically, yeah, you spin. And as you may have been able to see on the Wii U gamepad just then, thank you, David, I didn't realise you did that, that's handy. It has a little map on how far you are through the level, which is pretty cool, I quite like that. Apparently the 3DS version is completely different, which is cool, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's interesting. The game is it is different, but it's also very fun. And it's got 3 types of levels. It's got that kind of level. It's got a 2D one, or 2.5D, and it's got a straightforward, full-speed running level, which is really cool. Which is Desert Ruins 2. And that was classified as the hard one. I found that much easier than the other two, in all honesty. But maybe that's just me. Yeah, apparently this is harder than the others. I didn't find that, but anyway. Yeah, so at this point it was just like, oh, you press this to go down. I think it was B, I could be mistaken.
It seems a lot more like Sonic Colors than Generations in a way, with the variation of things.
Yeah. Well, Sonic Colors was sort of a, there's a lot of new stuff going on in Sonic itself. Generations, on the other hand, is sort of a best of breed, bringing all the best stuff back and trying to like give it a nice, you know, single package. But this game, it's back to let's explore Sonic more. What can Sonic do? What do we want to bring? What do we want to take Sonic going forward? So yeah, this game, we really wanted to focus on not only his speed, leave the speed in there.
Okay, I'm back now. Yeah, I just wanted to include that audio because there were questions that we asked and that he answered, and yeah, it's interesting to see what the game is like. You know, it's so cool. I love it. I think it is different, and the controls are sometimes, but I imagine it's quite easy after you've done it for a level or two. And it's still in its beta or alpha version, so you know I don't blame it at all. But, yeah, this reminds me of what's it called? The one level from Colors, you know, the Candy World, which is good because I like that level. It seems like a more cupcake. Maybe not a cupcake actually. I was going to say there's loads of cupcakes, but actually no, it's all kind of candy. It's just really cool. So it's a different take on that idea, which I quite like. Yeah, I think this is where I have my first death, and it was really dumb as well. Yeah, it was a really dumb death. I shouldn't have died, but I think what I did is I accidentally. No, I think I just fucked up badly. So soon we're going to be seeing these sort of spiked truffles. Well, they're not spiked. Basically, it's hard. You have to jump on them to reach places, or at least you can to reach some secrets. There's a specific trick with them. You'd expect. Oh yeah, that's why I died. Yeah, it was really stupid. You'd expect that you have to homing attack them, and homing attack the next, and the next, and the next. Doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that's what kills you. What you actually do is you don't homing attack them, and you just jump into them, because they're lined up perfectly. So if you jump into one of them, and you just hold whatever direction you need to go, it will hit the next one, and it will bounce you, bounce you, bounce you. And I think it took me a while to figure that out. There is a point where I figure it out, and you'll see when that is. But it does take me a while, I think. And yeah, here's a new addition. You can save animals earlier, or throughout the entire level, which is pretty cool. And yeah, there's the map. But yeah, here's the trouble things. As you can see, when I jumped on one, it just bounced off. I think that's where I sort of realised it. I think maybe you can still homing attack them. But yeah, it kicked in the next time. I think here we're gonna cut. Yeah, we're gonna cut away. You see there's a barrel right there. You can jump down, and I was fortunate enough to see the barrel, and I was just like, hey, look, there's maybe a secret, and I'm right. But in a second, we're gonna switch over to E3 audio. See you later.